Hello and welcome to this training where I'll show you how to manage your Blogger website. My name is Philip Amiola. I'm Director of Strategy at the Plenipotent Company Limited. In this training, you learn how to access the back end of your website. That's your website that is built on Blogger. I'll show you how to create pages and posts and the difference between the two. You'll learn how to arrange content on the site and how to do some basic customizations. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this is the website that we are working with. BizImages.com. Your website might be different, but the principles are the same. It's a very beautiful website. Okay, so these are the pages. Maybe I should start by demonstrating the difference between pages and posts. What you have in the menu items, there are pages. This is the home page. This is the about page. This is the about page, so it loads another page. So this is the about page. Then we have galleries. We have, when you click that, all of these items here, home, about, galleries, those are the menu. They constitute the menu. Then under galleries, we have sub-menu. Galleries has sub-menu of fashion, child, product, blog. Then under services, we have sub-menu too. Then we have the contact page also. So all of these are pages. Home, about, galleries, they are pages. Blog is not a page, so I'm going to show you the difference among all of that. So let's go to the blog just to have an overview first of the website before we even start managing it. So this is a blog post. Can you see? So you can click this. This is a blog post. One of the easy differences between a blog post and a page, or a post and a page, is that when you look at the address bar, can you see that this has the dates? You can change this format, okay, but this is the default format for Blogger. So this has dates, but this just has, when you go to the page now, about page, let's go to the about page. I'm opening it in a new tab. You see you have /p. Okay, so this is a page. A page is more like a part of your website that is constant, that you are not going to change often. Of course, you can update it from time to time, but you are not changing it often. Like this about page now is going to be there for a while before you feel, okay, maybe I want to change something there and all of that. But a post is a post. Like you want to publish updates on your website, you want to share something that is happening, you want to share an experience. If you look at this post that we checked, for example, now photography taught me, is the photographer sharing our experience and then teaching something. So you can connect with your audience, you can share stuff, you can do a lot of things, but you see it as like you are telling a story, or you are like sharing an update, okay, which you are going to be doing from time to time. So you can publish posts advisably. It's advisable that you publish posts at the very least every week. If you can do it twice per week, it's fine, because the more posts you publish, the more chances search engines have to pick up your website, and the more opportunities you have to educate your customers. Okay, so that's that. I think with that, we have sufficiently dealt with the difference between posts and pages. So I'll just quickly show you how to log into the back end of your website now, and how to create those posts and pages. So to log into the back end of your website, you see how nice this website is, and how beautiful it is, but it is not a typical website. It's a special kind of website built on Blogger. So you access it directly from Blogger. You go to blogger.com. Make sure you are signed into the Gmail address that is associated with your Blogger website. In this case, this is not the address. I am not signed in into that Gmail account. So I'm going to sign in into the Gmail account. Now this is the Gmail account associated with this website. Okay, so that's so I've clicked on it. So now I'm signed in. So if I am not signed in at all, if I sign out of Google now, you are going to see the difference. Okay, so I'm totally signed out. Now I want you to see everything and in various contexts, just in case. So let me close all of this. So I go to blogger.com. You see it will ask me to sign in. Can you see? So this is what I'm going to get. Then I sign in. Okay, in case you might be somewhere and you need to access your website on another laptop that is not yours, and you are wondering like, it's not showing the backend. So this is how you log in. So I've logged in now. So this is the website. If you are like me, you might have many websites, okay, but this is the website we're working on. You make sure you choose the website you want to work on. To be sure, if I click this now, you are going to see the front end. So this is the front end of the website. So now back to it. Can you see posts? For this particular template, what determines what your website looks like is the template or the theme. Okay, so the theme that you are using or the template that you are using will determine what your website will look like. So in this case, all these pictures that you are seeing, they are actually posts. So you post them as posts. You create them as if you want to create a post. Look at it now. This is the last picture here. We're going to add another one now so that you see what it looks like and how to do it. So to create another one, you just click new post. Now if you look at this, you see that we have a caption on each of those pictures. This we have bright and beautiful, this we have photography taught me, this we have confident and classy. Those captions are the headlines. Then you can add short story to each one if you like. If you click this now, you see that there is nothing there, okay, but you can add short story. If a fashion designer, for example, you can add the story about the dress. You can add, okay, this is what this dress is made with. If you want people to be able to buy, it does not have an online shop directly, but you can create a link. You can use a service like Paystack, create a payment link on Paystack, and then put that link on the post. Okay, so that's that. Now let's quickly show how to create a post and how to add pictures to the website. So you click on new post, and then you give your post a title. I don't know the title we're going to give this yet, so let me pick a picture. So this is where you insert image. You insert image, you click that, and then you can upload from your computer, or you can pick it from wherever it is, wherever the picture is. So okay, I want to pick a picture here to upload. Okay, I'll pick this. So I'll upload that. Okay, so you pick add selected. So you are going to find the picture here. Then you click on it and pick original size. See original size, pick original size. Then give it a caption. I'm going to call this Happy Family. You can change it, okay, if you want. Later you can change it. I'll call it Happy Family. Now, where do you want this picture to show? Let's go back to the website. This is the website. We have under galleries. Can you see we have fashion, we have child, we have product. Now each of these categories is a label. If you are familiar with WordPress, there is what we call categories on WordPress, but if you are not familiar, you don't have to be, okay? It's just like a group of similar posts. In WordPress uses the word categories, and then Blogger uses the word labels. So you use labels to categorize similar content, okay? So that's talking about how to arrange content on your website now. So if you want a post to come under the fashion category or the fashion label, you assign that label to it. If you want it to come under child, you assign that to it. You want it to come under product, you assign that to it. I have already created these labels, and you can create labels yourself too. I'll show you how to do that now. So this is the post we're publishing now. So can you see labels here? So I'll put this under fashion. You can change it, okay? So I click this. Can you see the labels that have been created? So I'll just put fashion, and note that the way you create your label is the way you apply it. If you created the label as fashion with capital F and you put small f here, now it may not work. But to be on the safer side, it's always better to use small letters all through lowercase. It's always better, okay, because some things might not work with uppercase, and even where it will work, it will save you the doubt of, okay, did I use uppercase, did I use lowercase? There are some cases where both uppercase and lowercase, capital letter and small letter will work, but it's safer to use small letter always. So this now I want it to show under fashion. Now let us click fashion first before we do this. So this is galleries fashion, so that you'll be sure that we're not playing any magic, okay? So can you see that the picture is not here now, but by the time we publish it and use the fashion label and we refresh this, or we click fashion again, that picture will appear here, okay? So where are we here? Okay, So I've put fashion as the label. If you want it to appear in more than one place, maybe fashion, then you want it under events or personal, just put comma and then add the other one. If you want to create a new label that you don't have before, okay, I'll put fashion and then I'll put family. If you want to create a new label that you did not have before, just put it, just create that label. Let's say you want to create a label for weddings. Okay, just put weddings. Okay, put weddings and then you pick done. So automatically this label will be created and then you can apply it subsequently, but in this case I'm not doing that. Okay, so I'm only using fashion then family. Okay, you use comma to separate. Can you separate labels with commas? So you can add multiple labels. Permalink, this is where you set the link. This is the permalink for this page now, and then this is the permalink for this label. This is the permalink for this picture, okay, or post as you may want to call it. Okay, so you can have automatic permalink, that's default, or you can choose your custom permalink. Okay, but by default Blogger puts the date. So if you want to change this, you can change it to anything that you like. You can put family, my family, but I think I'll just leave it as happy family, okay, with an hyphen. Then done. You have other options. Then you can schedule it. Maybe you are traveling and you want to make sure that, okay, you are publishing a new post every week, or you just want to publish post in advance. Okay, you can schedule it. Pick a date. You set the date and time that you want the post to go live, and then it will be done. Okay, so that's an option. But we're not scheduling here. We're not scheduling here. So we just we put automatic. We're not scheduling. Okay, so what else? Okay, we have other options. These ones may not be relevant to you. They are advanced options. Okay, they have to do with coding. But let me just demonstrate it to you, just in case you need it. Now let's assume you want to write something here and say this is the family of Lagbaja. Okay, just to demonstrate, this is that. Okay, we're just demonstrating. Now this is pure text, but in some cases you may need HTML. HTML is hypertext markup languages for website development. Okay, now if I want to make this bold, now I can just click and select bold, but there is a code controlling this bold. Okay, so by the time I move from here to here, HTML, can you see? By the time I click HTML, you see the code behind it. Can you see? Everything is now in code. Look at this, is that. Can you see B here and then B there? That's the code that makes it bold. If I remove this now, it will no longer be bold by the time you go back to the front end. Then this BR that you see is line break. I don't want to confuse you with that. Can you see? So it's no longer bold. If I want it to be bold again, I can just put that code there. Now what I'm saying is sometimes you need to use HTML to define some features. So that is when this will be relevant. Okay, so but ideally you may not need these options. So this is what we have done. I'm going to delete this and then I'll just publish. But like I said, you can always put what you want here. Let's assume this is something you want to sell. You can have something like buy now. Okay, and then you select it. You go to paystack.com. Paystack is a payment solution. Create an account, create a payment link, put the price there for the product, and then buy now. Then you just pick link and then you put that your link here, http paystack something whatever the link is .com. You then you click OK. You understand? So just to illustrate what is possible, I'm just showing you what is possible. And maybe yours is not to buy. Maybe you want them to contact us and then you link to your contact page. You can link to anything. I'm just showing you how to do these things. So by the time you familiarize yourself with the website, you the more you use it, the better you get at it. Then before you publish, you can preview to see what it looks like, so that if you want to change anything, you will know, and then you make up your mind. So this is the picture. Okay, now so I'm going to publish. Once I publish now, by the time I come to fashion, because I've put fashion label there, okay, under the labels we have fashion, we have family. So we don't have family on the menu, so that's okay. If you want it, we can do that. So I'll show you how to do that very briefly. Okay, so that's now. So I'm going to publish, or let's even schedule, so that you see how scheduling works too. This is right now is September 24, 7:39. That's when I'm doing this. So let's schedule it. Let's schedule it to 1945. 19, or let's say 1940. Yeah, that's 7:45. That's like some 6 minutes from now. So and then done. So let's publish. Okay, can you see this is scheduled? So by the time you check the site, it's not going to be there. This is the preview. Let's close the preview. So it's still not on the site yet, but by 7:45 it's going to be there. So let's quickly complete the other things that we want to do. So that's that about creating posts. If you want to create page, the process is very similar. Just come to pages. Can you see the pages we have on the site about, contact, or services? So you just come to pages and then you create the page. You pick new page. You put the title of your page, you put the content, you can insert pictures, insert link, insert images, you can do a lot of things. You can also control the options if you like, then you preview and then you publish. That is how to create pages. Okay, so for example, now maybe you want to create a page for trainings. You want to talk about your trainings in detail. You can create this and call it trainings, and then write what you want there. If you want to embed a form, for example, let me quickly do that just in case, because sometimes you might want people to register and then for a program or for something, or maybe you are recruiting apprentices or you are recruiting team members or volunteers, anything, and then you want to embed a form or you have an offer, anything. So I just want to demonstrate that to you. Okay, this is our website development brief. Now let's assume that I want to embed something like this on the website. So I go here, I pick send. Then under the send option, can you see embed? This works for other platforms too, not just Blogger. So you select and then you copy. You select the code and copy. You can set your width and height. Then I come here. Now remember, this is code. It's HTML. So you come back here now. If you just paste this now, okay, let's paste and preview. Well, we have said interpret typed HTML, so it's going to work. Okay, so let's see. It's going to interpret the HTML and then you see. Can you see? So now on the website we have this brief here. Okay, so I'm going to publish that just as an example. Okay, we can delete it later. Now, but if this is not, if I pick show HTML literally, you are not going to see the form. You will see something else. You just see the code the way it is. So are you beginning to understand the difference now? And then how to format your, can you see how to add content to your site and format the content you are adding? So here we say interpret typed HTML. Now, so but if I pick this show HTML literally and then I come to HTML mode, you see this is the normal compose mode, this is the HTML mode. If I paste the code in the normal HTML mode, it's still going to work. And you see, once I now come to compose, I see the form the way it is. Do you understand? Or I hope it's not getting complex. You can go over it step by step, and it's not all of these things that you are going to need to use. I am just showing you what is possible. So if you need a form like this, you can easily go to Google Forms, docs.google.com/forms, or you can even just Google Forms. Okay, so you'll be able to get there, but it's docs.google.com/forms. Can you see? So this is it, and then you can create a form for anything, okay, anything that you want, and you can now embed that form on your website. That is what I have just done now. So let me publish this page just for you to see how it works. Okay, so let's call it website development brief. You can delete it. I am just showing you how to do this. So publish. Now you can view the page. So that is how to publish a page. We've shown how to publish page and how to publish post. So can you see now, this is it on your website. So now let's assume that I want to add this. Okay, can you see, because we wrote trainings before, it has changed the permalinks to trainings. Good one, because it will give us an opportunity to show how to edit this. So let's go back. I don't want this to be trainings because it's not trainings, website development brief. Maybe I'll just call it website brief. So you come here, you click on edit, and then page settings. Okay, you can easily do that. For posts. You can just come to edit and then you change the permalink. But for pages, no. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to delete this and create another page. So before I delete it, let me copy the code. This is the code. I've copied it. Then close, or I can revert it to drafts. I think that's easier. Let me revert it to drafts. Close. If you don't want to publish something yet, you can save it before you publish. You can save it. Can you see save? and then you publish later. But in this case, we're not even publishing it, we want to delete it, so just pick delete. Okay, then new page. And then I come to HTML and I paste it, or I pick compose and make sure that here under this place I have interpret typed HTML. But to be safer, you can come to HTML and then paste your HTML code, then come to compose and you see the form, and then you publish. Now, okay, interestingly, okay, I did not even realize this. I did not realize that Blogger does not make it possible for you to change the, it does not give you the option here. It does not give you the option to select custom permalink for your page. So depending on what you want your link to be, you choose your heading. So if I save this now, the link will be bisimages.com.ng, sorry, bisimages.com/website development brief. That's what the link will be now. Okay, so you can't choose your custom link for pages. If you want custom link, then go with post. So publish. So now we have bisimages.com/p/website development brief. So this is the link. Most of the time it's not really important. Okay, once you share whatever the link is, once you share, people can click and get there. Now I just want to demonstrate something. That's why I did this. Okay, it's 7:45. We're going to check our post now, the post that we scheduled. But let's quickly complete this. Now let's assume that this is a page now, website development brief. Let's assume I want to include this on the menu. I want it here now. So what you are going to do is you have to edit this in the code, and that's one of the things about Blogger. A lot of the things you are going to be doing, you are going to have to be dealing with code. So you go back to the back end and you come to theme. Most of the code that controls how your website works or how it looks is under the theme. So then you pick edit HTML. So you go to where the menu is. You can search Control F, you can search for menu, but you will see menu in a lot of places. So an easy way for you to go about it is, okay, you can look for a unique item on the menu, maybe something like galleries now, for you to locate where menus are on the in the code. So let's type galleries. Okay, can you see? So this is the code controlling the menu on the website. From here, this is the code that is controlling the menu. Can you see galleries? Can you see services? This is galleries, this is services. Okay, so let's assume that we want to add website brief. Just copy the pattern. Okay, copy the pattern. You may not need to do this, but I'm just showing you just in case. Now let's assume that you want to add website brief under home. This is home now. Can you see? This is home. So I'm going to just, let me paste the link so that I can just keep it. You can keep this link somewhere, or let me not paste it here so that I don't confuse you. So this is home now. So I want to create another menu item after home. So let me just copy home. I copy that, and then I come to the place where I want it to be. I want this new item to be under home. So I come under home and I paste exactly the same thing. I'm just showing you how to do this as someone that does not know about coding. Okay, this is an easy way to get it done. So what I want here is not home, it is website brief, and then I will now put the link. This is the link now that I want it to lead to. I'll put that link here. I'll replace what we have here in between the inverted commas. Can you see? I'll replace the link. This is the link I want it to go, paste, and then save. I'll save the theme. By the time I load this website again now, you will see that there will be website brief under home. Okay, or have I not, where is it? Website brief under home. Okay, let me save. Refresh. Can you see? So we have website brief here now. So that is how to add to the menu item. If you need to add something to the menu item, but I'm going to remove this since we don't want website brief on our website. It's not related to what you are doing. So we remove that and then save. But you have seen how to add a menu item. It's the same way if you want to remove. Just follow the process. Now, let's assume that we don't have family. Now that is for a normal post, for a normal what's it called now, a normal page. Okay, now if you want a category, like a group of pictures, for example, now we have family as a label, which we have not included here. Let's assume that you want to include events here. Okay, let me see, under services we have, okay, we don't have, now fine, let's assume that you want to, I'm just assuming that you want to include events under services as a drop down menu, or under galleries, whichever. Now look at this. Now we already have this event label. So by the time you click this, can you see that we have bsimages.com/search/label/event. This is how you get the categories. Now if I change this label, now this one is just showing you how many number of posts you want it to display on the page. Now if I change this event to family, now it will show all the pictures tagged with family. Can you see? So it will show all those pictures. So for now we have 2 pictures tagged with family, so it's going to show that. Okay, so let's assume you want a label. It is the same process that I demonstrated with adding the website brief to the menu. It's just that the link in this case now will now be the link of the label. So for example, now when you look at galleries and you have fashion, so this link is bsimages.com/search/label/fashion. Do you understand? So depending on what you want, you pick the link and you edit it in the code, just like I did now. Like I said, you can go over it step by step, pause, go over it step by step, you understand. That's why I'm demonstrating everything. I'm not just saying. So you just follow the process and we are going to get it. So I think basically that's what you need to know. Okay, so we've talked about customization. If you want to change color, for example, too, you look for the code controlling the color and then you change that code. But it's not as straightforward for, especially if you're a beginner. But what you can do is this is the website. For example, let me go to the about page. This is the about page. Let's assume I want to change this color now. You can right click and then pick inspect elements. Right click and pick inspect element. There are other tools, or you pick inspect, then you click and then you go to where you want to change. So if I click this now, I've clicked this tool and then I pick this, so it will display the characteristics of this place. So I see that this is what is controlling .post item underscore title, then this is the color code and all of that. So I can search for this in the code. Sometimes it may not be exact. You have to keep searching until you know what exactly you are looking for. So I can search for this now. I can come here. Maybe I shouldn't even be showing you this so that I don't confuse you, but it's good for you to know all of these things. Then I can search. So if I search, can you see this appears in several places? So I now need to figure out, okay, which of them is controlling the color there. Then I can change it and get stuff done. Okay, so don't let me start talking about CSS again now. But okay, well, let's talk about, so most of your customizations will be done with CSS. CSS is cascading style sheets. Is also for building website, just like HTML. Okay, so just like HTML. So but it does different functions. The function of CSS most of the time is to style your design. You want to choose a particular style, you want to change colors, for example, and all of that. Okay, so that's okay. So can you see this post item title, for example? Now we have made it black and then we have made the color of the text on it white. So that's why you see black here and white here. I'm going to close this to be sure that we have not messed up with anything. So I'll close it and reopen it again. Okay. Then okay, you go to the theme. Then what we want to do now is we want to change this color here. Okay, so we want to change this color. So I pick inspect and then I pick this, then I select what I want to inspect, and we've seen that okay, this is it. .post title, this is the identifier in the code. So I pick this and then I come to the code and I look for it. So I look for the CSS that is controlling this. Maybe I should even first search for where my CSS codes are. Okay, this one will be a long thing. Let me search for this. Okay, so you can search for all the places where this appear. It's it could be cumbersome, but okay, just to, sorry, my workspace is showing up. Okay, you look for it. So I'm just showing like that's what it takes to edit the thing. But I already have where this thing is. I created a category of CSS when I was for myself. Yeah, so this is the Philips CSS code. Okay, so this is the CSS code that controls that part. So this color code is for black. You can Google color code. There are a lot of websites where you can get the code for various colors depending on the color you want to use. So let's assume we want to change this black now. We want to change it to orange. This is a preview of a page we didn't use. Let's not use that. Or maybe let's go to another. We want to change this black now. Let's assume we want to change it to orange. You can just go to color code for orange. You see sites that will show you. If you don't know the code of one, you don't need, let's say we want to use orange red. We're just demonstrating, so let's pick any code. So this is the code. So I come here and I change this code and I save thing. So you see that by the time we refresh, this black background would have been orange. And maybe we want to change the white. This white, we want to change it to red. Okay, so let's red. Can say red. Color code for red. If you know it offhand, it's fine. So this is the code for red, and then I come here, I put that, and I save. By the time I refresh now, the color would have changed. Okay, why am I even doing red on orange? But you can use it just to show you what is possible. Okay, that's that. So we're going to undo this. So just Ctrl Z, and then save back. So I'll refresh again, and then you see, okay. But it was that easy because I'm the one that designed the website. I know where the code is. So if you don't know, you may have to start searching. If I also had to search originally before I got, okay, this is the code controlling this part. But now that I've said, okay, I already know, okay, where to go and where to look for it. But if you want to make things easier for you, you can learn CSS and HTML, but that's not your business really, okay? So that you don't just get yourself overwhelmed unnecessarily. I'm just showing you what is possible in case you need to do these things. You shouldn't be doing it ideally. You should focus on your business. What you should concern yourself with mostly is creating posts and creating pages, okay? So let's go back to the website. I think with this we're done really. So if you have questions, let me know. Let's go back to the website, the home page. Everything is still the way it should be. Okay, so our picture is not yet here. I think maybe the time zone must have been different. Let me see what we have under settings here. Okay, let me quickly talk about this. So if you need to add someone to your website, maybe you have team members that you want them to post on your behalf or to work on the website with you. So you come to settings, then immediately you click settings. Under basic, you are going to find, scroll down, you will find permissions, blog authors. So just pick add authors and put the email address of the person you want to add. The person will receive an invitation. So once the person accepts the invitation, automatically the person will be listed here as an author. You can now make the person an admin, and it's automatically by default the person will be author. You can now make the person admin if you need to. Okay, so that is that about it. And if you want to remove admin too, you can remove, okay, and all of that. So that's the basics about what you need to do. So let's go back to the post. So by now it's already past 7:45. So it must be that the time zone. Okay, I did not check it. Pacific Daylight Time. Pacific Daylight Time is what's in GMT. We are GMT +1. Okay, so Pacific Daylight Time is okay. We are 7 hours ahead. Okay, that's okay. We're actually 8 hours ahead because in Nigeria is GMT +1. So that means 7. The time we put is not correct. It is not. We should have calculated it based on Pacific time, but I did not check that. So let's just not schedule it. Let's publish it immediately. So let's just publish it to demonstrate what we're trying to do. So by the time I refresh this page now, the picture will show here. That picture will show here. So I refresh. Can you see we have that picture here? So that's it. So that's how to upload pictures to your site and then update your website with pictures. There is one more thing that I think I would like to show you. Okay, so under layout you can change stuff under layout. So on your back end you click on layout, it will bring you here. So if you want to determine the number of pictures on your, let's close this. You want to determine the number of pictures on each page. Here now I think we have 12. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Okay, we have 14. So if you want to change that, for example, you can come here under layouts, come to main, you edit, and then this will vary depending on the theme you are using. But for the theme we are using, that is, can you see we had 14 here, so I can make it 12, I can make it 15, I can make it anything I want. I can also change other options here, so depending on what I want. So you can do that. I'm just showing you what is possible. Then save. By the time you refresh now, you are going to have 12 images or 12 pictures on this page instead of 14. Then you have to now click to go to the next page. So that's that. I hope that with this we have covered what you need to know about managing your website. All of these things are controlled by code, so just search for the code in the theme and then you can do it. But like I said, you will not really need to be doing all of that. Okay, just focus on your own business and then be updating the content. That's the most important thing. Okay, let me know if you have any question. You can post in the comments or you can contact me directly. Okay, so we've talked about how to access your website backend. We've shown how to do that, how to create pages and posts and the difference, how to arrange content on your site, and how to customize your website. If you have any question, you can contact me directly via email, phone call, or WhatsApp, and then you can also reach out to me on social media, preferably Twitter. I am more active on Twitter. My username there is Philip Amiola. Okay, then my email address is philip@philipamiola.org. Phone number 070609055134. Okay, thank you and best wishes.